Hello friends, I'm in my not so sunny sunroom. We're supposed to have a nice big winter storm coming in for Thanksgiving. I know you're going to see this like next week. You're going to say Thanksgiving is long over, but for me today, today. Let's see how I can get this where I can see everything that needs to be seen. Maybe I'll go out like that. Okay, so I'm going to do a technique that, well, Tim Holtz teaches. So first I'm going to use archival ink, and this is called Hickory Smoke. And the reason I'm choosing a gray is because the things I'm doing are going to be on a gray page. So now you get a brayer, and you take the brayer, and this is the die that comes with that the pocket. It's called stitched pocket. But you can use any one of these as well to do this. And you ink it. So you ink your brayer, and then you ink your thing. And let's see, I have not done it with this before. So let's see how this works. I've done it with the vintage labels, and it works great. I don't know if I centered that very well when I was printing it up. The other one will be better. And you have to use archival ink. The other ink will not work. Let me pull this forward. It's probably easier than trying to move my phone around. I wonder, nope. Okay. So I just ran this through my Sizzix. Oh, you know, it's really hard to do this through looking at it through my phone, but it did pretty good. I'm not overly excited about some of this here, but it doesn't bother me. I do think that the ones here might do a little better job. Let me see if I've got one that will work with this. So open it real fast and see. So these won't work, but there's all of these. I don't know. I don't really have one that's the same size. I'm going to end up using this one after all. So I'll do it again on this one. And so I'm going to once again add my ink and put it on here with the brayer. And you know, one of the things, one of the good things about this all being vintage is that, hold on. Okay, so with vintage, the nice thing about it is that if you do have little messes on your paper or whatever, well, you can say you planned it that way, because after all, this is meant to be vintage. And vintage is old, and vintage is damaged and messy and all of that. So it all works, which is something I tell myself, because if you've watched many of my videos, you know I have a bit of OCD. Oh, this makes so much noise. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Sometimes it makes a lot of noise. Okay. So this one did just a little better. Okay. Before we leave here, let me show you. This is the rough side of watercolor paper, and this is the smooth side. It's not exactly perfectly smooth, but it's pretty smooth. So I'm going to use the smooth side. This die is from Travel. It's also Tim Holtz. And I looked it up and I couldn't find it anywhere. So it is definitely retired. It's old. And I'm sure that if you wanted to do something similar to what I'm doing, that you can easily find some sort of an airplane to the size that you want. I actually have multiple airplanes, just because we've done a lot of flying, especially when we lived in Alaska. And So I cut all of these pieces out of watercolor, and now I'm going to color them different colors. So I'm going to start here, and let me get some, let me find my gray. Now you can use this same technique with any of the die cuts that Tim Holtz has. I mean, I'm sure anybody that does this with their die cuts, but any die cuts that Tim Holtz has that has like pieces that stick out for texture, like the dragon, and the dragon's name is Rupert, if you want to look that up. But the dragon has a lot of little outy pieces. So when you are running it through your die cut, your die machine, you can ink it first and then run it through the machine, and then you get the impression. Part of the reason I think this didn't work as well is I was just using a rather thin cardstock, and if I'd used something thicker, it would have done a little better. But this is what I wanted to use. It's just a label. It's not that important. You don't have to have it be perfect. Okay, you know I like the perfection a bit, but no, I do. And I feel like Tim Holtz's philosophy of, you know, you get what you get, you know, and you like it, basically. I can't think of how he says that. but you know, oh, you get what you get and you don't make a fit. That's what he says. But I like it in a way. In fact, he's done some of his stamps where he's purposefully put imperfections in them so that we can embrace the idea of it doesn't have to be perfect. How's that? Anyway, he's really funny. And if you haven't watched any of his videos, you should, because he's funny. And Mario is a hoot. Anyway, let's see what I do with my glue. Here it is. So the story in here is Jack's story. So I have like, the story begins here, and I'll show you what I've done it, because I've done a few little things, nothing video worthy, you know, unless you think what I'm doing right here. No, just printing it out and cutting it out on my cutter. And Jack's story is everything about a telephone call, which is the primary reason why. No, it's not centered. No, it's not perfect. And I am okay with it. Yes, I am. I'm okay. I'm going to live. Anyway. So now I can open this up. There's a tag, and I even wrote open on it just because, I don't know. I don't trust people. And then there's the story. I changed my mind about which photo I wanted to put of my husband here, because these are all about going to the airport. I'm going to put the airport, I guess. Wonder if it would fit down here. I almost think I'd rather have it like right there. That's probably where I want it. So I think I'm going to tape everything down. I will speed that up for you. But I need to leave enough room. In fact, I'll cut that. Maybe I'll put it here. I've decided I'm just going to cut one kind of big page protector and put it there. It's not really that big, but and put it there because there's photos that will be facing it. So if I put it, yes. If I put it here, if I had been smart, I probably would have thought of that first and then put the washi tape down. But I didn't. So learn from my mistake, okay? I've decided I'm not happy with this. I've been using it quite a bit. And it makes these little goopy spots. It gets caught. I have asked people about that, and they said that that's sort of the nature of the beast. And I've decided I don't have to pay for that, especially when you can get this two-sider tape. You can get like 9 of these for the same price as one of these. So I am going to, when I run out of the Tombow, I am going to switch. So. tell you what I have done. I'm going to get a little closer up here. And so we've got this. If you notice, there's little teeny tiny rhinestones with the dial. I don't know if that comes out, but boy, that is super, super cute. All right, so then I've got, so here is the page protector. I put it right here so that it now protects this, but it also protects this one as well. So all photos are protected. I know, somebody's gonna say you just don't need to do that, but I do. Then what I did, let me bring this a little closer too so you can see. So I cut out a cloud, and this is just some cloud I got off of Amazon. And I used the swirls. It's a embossing folder. He calls them texture fade. Tim Holtz does. This is one of my absolute favorites. I use it for all kinds of different things, but it's just perfect for clouds. I even told my husband, so I put the plane down just on the gray, and I was like, isn't this gray on gray on gray? And he was like, put a cloud. I was like, smart idea. So and then we've got that other label there. So now I'm just going to start kind of from the beginning just to go through. This opens all the way up. Oh, let me go back out. Sorry. So this goes all the way out. So this is a 12-inch. This might be more than 12 inches. We're going to get the ruler out, and we are going to know for sure. Oh, no, more than 12 inches. So it's more than 12 inches. And layout right there. And then this goes this way again, more than 12 inches, because we added this paper here. Here's the story, and I put the story starts here. I also wrote the word, no, this goes this way. I also wrote the word Tim's story right here. It's not much of a story. It's just that he came home from college. Because I inked from stencils here, so this is like coffee stain. Maybe it's called splats. I don't know. This is one of Tim Holtz's swirls. And then here, then I've got this book. And I did finish it. So it's got the word collect up here. We'll get it where you can see it. Okay. And then I have my dreams of what life would be like, and then reality. And then I've got a story. This is the one I told y'all about that I thought I might drown in the ocean. And then I've got some pictures of all the wonderful things that did happen while I was in North Carolina. So that's that. And now Jack's story is done. And now I am facing a blank page. Woo! And I am finding that as I go through, I wiggled, I'm sorry. As I'm going through different videos on things, I'm learning that there's all kinds of different ways to fold paper. And there's all kinds of different things to put in pockets. Now, I'm telling a story. So to put something, now, if we had his airline ticket, that would be a perfect place to put here, right? But we don't. And so I'm starting going through my photos to try to figure out what I want to put next. And I really need to kind of sort of go from the back and see how many pages, what photos I've already printed up are going to take. Because if it's, if there's a whole lot more room, then I might just go from this in 2019 and just keep going forward, right? From this point on. Well, maybe not all the way through, but at least, I don't know. I'm going to have to go through my photos and really decide what I want to do. But anyway, I'm real happy with this. I'm happy with the book. I'm happy with my learning process. Let's see what this is looking like this way. Is it filling up? It is. It used to be way tight, and now it's filling up a little more. You can see that there's a little more. I posted on one of the groups that I'm on, and they said, don't worry, it will fill up, which makes me really wonder what I'm going to do with that Christmas book where I have like 300 photos. So again, I may do the signatures first and then make the spine as big as I need to, in order to fit them all in, or do it in 2 books, one or the other. So anyway, I again forgot to introduce myself. I just jump right into things, don't I? So my name is Wendy. I am a scrapbooker. I love taking pictures, which is sort of goes along with, feeds my scrapbooking love. I am a junk journaler. I am a paper crafter. I like to do embellishments, and I love all things paper. And I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I hope you are too. If you did like it, give it a big thumbs up and hit that notification bell and subscribe if you haven't already. And I really hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.